Hi Aries, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. Welcome in if you're new and welcome back if you're a subscriber. Or if you are a subscriber at Sophquest Synergy, thanks for coming here since we're doing the weekly readings here now. And if you would like, please do subscribe. All right, Aries, this is for the week of June 14th through the 20th. And we just had, last week, a new moon, solar eclipse in Gemini, the beginning of something new, the way we think about things, the way we learn, what we're taking in, and the decisions that we make after adjusting a little bit during Mercury Retrograde. Now we are still in Mercury Retrograde until the 22nd when it stations, and then it's going to go forward from that and be moving forward at its natural pace by on about the 7th of July. So for the duration of June, Mercury Retrograde is still very much at play, Aries. Now, I will say this week, the big astrological impact for this week is going to be on Monday, right from the get-go. We have Saturn square Uranus. You know, Saturn is the taskmaster. It teaches us diligence and patience by going through things slowly, surely, pedantically. It is the turtle. It's this, slow and steady wins the race kind of planet. And it's also restrictive. It's about rules and laws and regulations, right? Saturn. And when it squares with Uranus, the planet of innovation and individualization, this may be a time where we're going to see some protests, things like that happening, right? Where the establishment and the sort of anti-establishment can clash. Now that's on the grand scale. And this year, it is happening 3 times specifically this year. It happened February 17th, then now June 14th at the beginning of this week. Happens again, this square. And then the third will be December 23rd, 24th. And then that whole sort of transitory passing over the year, which helps to change things on the planet. New innovations. A good example, let's say we go from fossil fuels to more clean energy. From fuel-driven cars to electric cars. Things like that very much can be happening in the macro. On the micro level, well, old versus new. Bringing new ideas, new ways of doing things into our lives. Now that started last week with the new moon in Gemini, the way that we think, the way we take in information and use it, right? So these are very interesting times. I'm also going to be using this week a different tarot deck, the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. It's lovely. And it's just rather visionary. And it looked right. It just looked like the right deck. Okay, Aries, for you this week, June 14th through the 20th, still in Mercury Retrograde, with a big square at the beginning of the week. Here we go. Aries, for you, we get the dove. That's really nice. The dove, Aries. Let's read that for you. Number 8. The dove. Turned right to it. I am dove, the peace of alignment. I am feminine. I am sensitive to my surroundings. I am the nourishment of the earth and the gentleness of her instinct. I'm the calm after the storm. I am hope and harvest. I am the embellishment of harmony and the sacrifice necessary to nurture what has been created. You are at peace now and brimming with compassion. You are in love with life. I'm the enjoyment of family connection. I'm the safety of a united community. This is not the time to fly solo, but rather to seek out kindred spirits. I'm the gathering of like minds. I am peace. I am the serenity of kin. I am group mind and structure. Merge your energies with others and watch what unfolds. There is great power in collaboration. There is profound wisdom within the whole. You are engaging life now. You are embracing peace. You are aligning with others. You are dove. Wow. Aries, that is so beautiful for you. The last year and a half or so, I've said this before to you a number of weeks, but Chiron, the wounded healer, that asteroid that is in and amongst all of the movements of the planets, has been in Aries. And, its transit through a specific house is usually alluding to the fact that it is a time for that particular house, or in your case, the house of Aries, people of Aries, to go through a wounded healing, to basically go deeper into the things that they want to heal, they want to work on. And it's a very self-oriented thing, and it can be very lonely, actually. So you've been going through this process, you know, a personal renaissance as well, right? And so this, getting the dove today for you, I think is exactly the right healing love medicine right now. To be in an environment where you can collaborate, cooperate, and communicate with others so that you can feel part of a tribe and find your footing again so that you can move yourself forward, Aries, because you are the leader. And with dove, you're able to make peace where you go, not war, right? Your planet is Mars, right? And that is the war planet. So it's like, make peace, not war, during this big SATURN-URANUS square. Make peace, not war, right? I love that for you, Aries. I think that's just perfect. All right, now I'm going to pull your 9 cards from the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, and we'll go ahead and see what we've got for you today, Aries. I just love that you got the dove. I think that's amazing, actually. Really good for you. All right. So this is a big transit this week, Saturn square Uranus. It's kind of like if you imagine the old grandfather who does things in the old ways, and then the young teenage guy coming and going, wait a minute, Granddad, I got a better way to do this, right? And Granddad's like, no, I like my phone on the wall with the spirally cord, and that's the phone I want to use. And the grandson says, but Dad, let me show you this, right? You pull out the cell phone and you show them the ropes. It can be a really clashing time, but it is a time for us to understand new ways of doing things. And that's how we make progress, isn't it? If the car was never invented, we wouldn't have roads to each other, right? Trains wouldn't have delivered foods, and we wouldn't have the commerce, the import and export that we have. If we didn't have planes, we would never have seen our planet from that perspective. And if we had never invented shuttles and rockets, how would we possibly know what our Earth really looked like from outer space? So it's that, isn't it? It's going from the flat Earth awareness of your life, walking in a linear fashion, thinking that that's all there is to reality, and then opening your mind to the round Earth understanding of we're just on a marble in this, you know, in the giant universe. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so first card out for you, the Justice card. Excellent. I'm going to cut the deck now, pull the rest of your cards. If you would please, for me, Aries, take 3 deep cleansing breaths. You're going to breathe in very deeply and push out through your diaphragm. And try to really relax your shoulders. And then put your feet flat. Push into the ground. Release the stress. Bring down your cortisol. Lift up the serotonin and dopamine. Helps you get clear-minded. I will tell you each and every one of the cards. I will show them all to you. I will read horizontally as well as vertically, and we'll talk big picture, okay? And we'll see what the dove is trying to say today in your life, Aries. For the week, actually, of June 14th through the 20th. Aries, on the bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Wow, look at that. Trusting in life itself. Trusting in the whole of it. The good stuff, the bad stuff, whatever's happening, the circle of life. The High Priestess has this kind of knowledge. It's a deep wisdom of understanding the truths that we know, and the truths that we can't possibly know yet. The High Priestess has a deep wisdom, and she trusts her intuition, and that's whether you're male or female. It's your yin energy of allowance, of allowing your intuition to bring in wisdom for you. All right, now I'm going to take this in for a second. Wow. Okay. This is an interesting message, Aries. And I think that the Dove card is also about bringing peace to your own thinking, your own way of being in the world itself, where you bring the peace, where you get more peaceful. If you've been warring inside, perhaps. And I'm saying that because I'm looking at the Justice, the Five of Swords, and the Moon. The Moon is our subconscious. We just had a brand new moon, and that's when we begin something new. We have new feelings about it. We think differently in Gemini. And we consider things from a different perspective. Our subconscious teaches us. Our conscious opens up a little bit and allows for the integration of both, right? With the Justice, you're bringing it into balance, and you're writing, doing the right thing for yourself by doing this, by going into your feelings and asking your feelings, what did I really feel about this? And why did it cause so much conflict for me? Five of Swords. You know, the Five of Swords is a lose-lose situation. It just feels like no matter what you did, no matter what you do, it's like things have gone wrong. And this is, you know, the Five of Swords is when we can go into that feeling of feeling like we've just lost things. We're the loser, you know. The winner took it all and we're just left in a loss. But that's a way of thinking, right? The swords are our thoughts in the tarot. So Five is conflict, and thinking in a conflicting way, it gets in the way, doesn't it? It gets in between understanding the balance of your thinking, weighing out your thinking, weighing out your feelings, and understanding the timing of things. The moon also represents the times of the moon cycles, right? Month after month. So I think something's being righted here. Also, paperwork, anything that you're going to be signing, anything that comes up for review during Mercury Retrograde that you may have been a little bit in the dark about, a little confused about. If you are starting a new job, this is signing W-2s. This could be redoing things if you're buying a house and you're signing contracts. But internally, this is asking yourself, what's fair to me? How do I really feel about this? Okay, so externally things might be going on in your life. You may have some legal things happening and that you're in the dark about a little bit. Got to work on some problems because it's Mercury retrograde, right? But internally, this is you asking yourself, can I finally be fair to myself and allow for my feelings and allow for how I really have been going through this process of conflict and change? Okay, next line. Queen of Wands, and I see this as you, Aries, right now, in your yin energy, allowing for maybe some new excitement coming in, some new enthusiasm. The Queen of Wands is dynamic. She has inspiration for days. She's a leader. She gets other people excited. She has incredible intuition and inspiration, and she starts doing things that she begins from scratch, and she just comes up with it and starts new. And I'm seeing that because with the Death card, something has ended. You've gone through a process that I think has been internal for you. And it's building up your self-esteem. Because it's only when we're down and we pick ourselves back up that we actually get to this. That's the challenge. And when you've done this and you go through this life, death, rebirth process like you just did the last 2 moon cycles, right? You went through that full moon Sagittarius eclipse and then the new moon eclipse in Gemini last week. Eclipse season has been you working through some conflicts and asking yourself, what's the right thing for me to do to get things balanced in my life? What do I need to do? And then saying, well, firstly, I think I'll get a little more positive because it's my life. And I'm the star of my own life story. And I've been through the process. I've been in the cocoon. I'm coming out as a butterfly because I'm finally realizing this is my life and I can do anything I want with it. And I believe in myself. That's the Nine of Pentacles. It's also financial abundance. If you have, like I said, begun a new job, won a court case with that Justice card, or in some way you are buying a home, something like that, it's going to give you a sense of security. Whatever this new thing is for you, there's a security in it. And you're feeling positive and excited about it. That's very good. This could also be a person helping you through this transitional time period. It could be another fire sign, or perhaps the Justice for you is a Libra. The Moon card could be a Pisces in your life, or for me also a Cancer in your life. That's helping you through this difficult process, because in the bottom we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, and the Four of Cups. You don't even see this coming, that you've been, with all these major arcana cards, Justice, the Moon, Death, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot. How many is that? And the High Priestess. Oh my Lord, I didn't even add these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 cards are major arcana for you, Aries. You are going through a massive transition, okay, that has, I think, for you been quite a process. And I think that with the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing now for you. Time clock is finally moving forward. It always feels like when in Mercury retrograde, we are starting to make progress, and then things kind of feel like they just freeze, right? And then you gotta like reword, and then you start questioning and doubting, and do I feel positive about this? Do I feel negative about this? Right? That's Mercury retrograde in Gemini season, going over how you think through the process of change. Is the process of change nervous, worrisome, anxiety-ridden for you? Or do you say, oh, everything will work out in its due time, in divine order and divine timing? Those are on either side of this Five of Swords, the conflict. But now, the time clock is saying, yep, you're moving forward now with the next card. The wheel is turning. You're getting in the Chariot. You are taking the reins, and you're going to be moving forward. But you don't even see that this change for you is huge. Trust your intuition right now. You don't see it coming. Underneath that, the Ten of Wands. It's been a long, hard struggle for you. But Ace of Swords, you are going to figure out why, how, and by which manner you needed to go on this new path and change your life right now. Because you are being given an opportunity by the universe to truly change your life right now, because of the Death card, which means transformation. It's in the center of your reading today. And the Dove is to remind you to trust everything that's mysterious in your life right now. Trust what you don't know is going to happen. Trust that everything's going to work out. Trust. Because the Dove of Peace is here to give you peace about it. And to remind you to bring peace to the situation. No matter who you're surrounded by, try to bring the peace, instead of all the worries and the doubts. Something is being offered to you, Aries, and I hope you grab that cup, because whatever this is for you that you don't really see coming with these moon cycles, this entire chapter of your life, this retrograde season, the eclipse season, it was absolutely bringing you to a sense of self-acknowledgement, self-mastery, self-esteem. That's the Nine of Pentacles. And more than that, self-reliance. That no matter what's going on in your life, all of these major arcana cards, your life changing all around you, you're good. You're fine. You're okay. You're you. And you can just be exactly who you are. This timing, the Justice above the Queen of Wands, above the Wheel of Fortune, this timing was exactly right for you. Going through this process right now was exactly the right thing. It's helping you realize in Gemini season how you think about your life and transforming that so that you realize you're driving your own chariot. You're the one driving your life forward. It's your life. You choose the direction, and you're in control of, you know, putting the gas in your car, turning on your GPS, deciding where to go, what you're going to do when you get there. I mean, it's your life. And with the moon, very important right now, these lunar eclipses and solar eclipses, helping you, bringing you through divine timing into this sense of self-assurance, because you've been so apathetic, I think, maybe, about the changes. Like, you just didn't want to budge, right? Look at that card, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can be when we're stubborn and we just don't feel like we have the energy or the motivation or the need to change something, when life says, yeah, time for it to change. That's a rough time for anyone, Aries. That is Chiron in Aries, helping you figure out how to become more self-assured. Wow, Aries, just recall, every single time you have a moment, a Five of Swords-y kind of moment, especially on Monday, okay, with Saturn square Uranus, be the dove. Allow for the dove. Remember the dove. Okay? And then I think you'll have a beautiful week, because I think that you're going to realize one of the reasons, or many of the reasons, why all this happening was the right thing for you. It's something leading you into something incredible, into wisdom, something that's leading you into a deeper, wiser, truer portion of your life that's helping you become like this. Wow, Aries, wow. All right, I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude, Aries. I certainly do hope you enjoyed the video today. Please do give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll know when I put up your video for next week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Take care. Bye.